Hello, this is Pei Zhang, and this is our second presentation for this course, and we're just going to do a summary of what the translator's role is going to be. This is the Introduction to Translation presentation. Interpreters and translators enable the cross-cultural communication necessary in today's society by converting one language into another. However, these language specialists do more than simply translate words. They relay concepts and ideas between languages. They must thoroughly understand the subject matter in which they work, so that they're able to convert information from one language, known as the source language, into another, the target language. In addition, they must remain sensitive to the cultures associated with their languages of expertise. Interpreters and translators are often discussed together because they share some common traits. For example, both need a special ability known as language combination. This enables them to be fluent in at least two languages, a native or active language and a secondary or passive language. A small number of interpreters and translators are fluent in two or more passive languages. Their active language is the one that they know best and into which they interpret or translate, and their passive language is one of which they have nearly perfect knowledge. Although some people do both, interpretation and translation are different professions. Each requires a distinct set of skills and aptitudes, and most people are better suited for one or the other. While interpreters often work into and from both languages, translators generally work only into their active language. Translators work with the written word, transferring texts from a source language into a target language. This is far more than replacing one word with another. The translator must also convey the style, tone, and intent of the text. The finished document should read as if it had originally been written in the target language for the target audience. Translators convert written materials from one language into another. They must have excellent writing and analytical ability, and because the documents that they translate must be as flawless as possible, they also need good editing skills. Translators' assignments may vary in length, writing style, and subject matter. When they first receive text to convert into another language, translators usually read it in its entirety to get an idea of the subject. Next, they identify and look up any unfamiliar words. Multiple additional readings are usually needed before translators begin to actually write and finalize the translation. Translators also might do additional research on the subject matter if they are unclear about anything in the text. They consult with the text originator or issuing agency to clarify unclear or unfamiliar ideas, words, or acronyms. Translating involves more than replacing a word with its equivalent in another language. Sentences and ideas must be manipulated to flow with the same coherence as those in the source document, so that the translation reads as though it originated in the target language. The way in which translators do their jobs has changed with advancement in technology. Today, nearly all translation work is done on a computer, and most assignments are received and submitted electronically. This enables translators to work from almost anywhere, and a large percentage of them work from home. The Internet provides advanced research capabilities and valuable language resources, such as specialized dictionaries and glossaries. In some cases, use of machine-assisted translation, including memory tools that provide comparisons of previous translations with current work. Those help save time and reduce repetition. Translators also must bear in mind any cultural references that may need to be explained to the intended audience, such as colloquialism, slangs, and other expressions that do not translate literally. Some subjects may be more difficult than others to translate, because words or passages may have multiple meanings that make several translations possible. Not surprisingly, translated work often goes through multiple revisions before final text is submitted. Here's some of the translation resources we have listed for you, and you will also find other resources listed on our forum. And we strongly recommend that all translators become part of ATA, the American Translators Association.